Let's cross over to Nairobi National Park, where there's a historic event that is happening. We know that about 105 tons of ivory is being set on fire this afternoon, the biggest pile to be burnt by any country. This is not the first time that Kenya is burning ivory. This is actually the fourth time. You remember in 1989, former President Daniel Arap Moi also set on fire a huge chunk of ivory. This is the fourth time that Kenya is doing this. This is a process that is being undertaken, of course, led by President Uhuru Kenyatta. He's just been at Huruma, so we know that he's making his way to the national park to lead that entire process. Denis Onsarigo and Ali Manzu are on the ground keeping an eye on what's happening for us. That should be happening in the next hour or so. Gentlemen, if you can hear me, what's going on?
Linda, indeed, some bad news down from Huruma, but some good news from here at the National Park ahead of this historic event set for this afternoon. As you rightly put it, this will be the fourth time that the Kenyan government is making a statement about poaching. Manzu, labda kabla nikuache uondoke, you'll be joining us later for Swahili Bulletins. What do you expect this afternoon?
Na kinachotarajiwa hivi sasa, mtazamaji, ni Rais Uhuru Kenyatta atoke katika sehemu ya Huruma aje katika shughuli hii ambayo inaosubiriwa kwa hamu. Hivi sasa, mtazamaji, vyombo vya habari vya humu nchini na hata kimataifa vyote vimejumuika pamoja katika eneo hili la mbuga hii ya kitaifa ya Nairobi, tayari kushiriki kwenye lile zoezi ambalo tutasema ni la kimataifa, kutiwa moto kwa zaidi ya tani 105 ya pembe za ndovu na tani kama 1.6 ambazo ni pembe za vifaru ambazo ziliingizwa mapema hii leo asubuhi hapa, na tayari shughuli yenyewe imeanza. Wageni waheshimiwa wengine wameanza kuingia, kumaanisha kwamba wakati wowote kuanzia mwendo wa saa 8:30 hivi ni shughuli ambayo Rais Uhuru Kenyatta akiwa na viongozi wengine atakuwa anaiongoza.
Okay, yes indeed, that is our very own Ali Manzu will be joining us later as we continue transmitting live from here. But Linda, as you rightly put it there, indeed this is the biggest ivory stockpile that will be set on fire in the next 1 hour or so. I'll be joined in a few minutes from now by the Kenya Wildlife Service spokesperson Paul Gidha. Just take us through what we expect this afternoon. Now he's joining me. Paul, karibu sana. Yes. Tunatarajia nini? What do you expect this afternoon?
This afternoon we are expecting our head of state accompanied by a visiting president. They've come from the summit and they're coming to witness and also participate in touching 105 tons or maybe slightly more, because there have been some people who have responded to the amnesty that was given by our cabinet secretary on the 30th of March.
Paul, this is not the first time we're doing this. President Daniel Moi did it. President Mwai Kibaki did it. President Uhuru Kenyatta has done it. You'll be doing it again this afternoon. Is it a statement enough to poachers to keep off our animals, or we are doing this when we have already animals dead?
Yeah, we need to remember that because we traditionally have been doing this banning, 1989, we actually succeeded in not only now banning and making that statement, but we actually got our elephant population to be placed on Appendix 1 of CITES, which means that it's total protection and there is no trade that is allowed in that particular population. So we had a case and we were able to show that our elephants have been threatened enough, and that we would want them to be accorded the highest protection status. That is important because we are in an international community. So all the African range states would be discussing and would be saying we want our elephants to be protected. Others have left them on Appendix 2, but as you can see, the discussions and the debates and what we have seen since 1989, we had to come back and again reiterate our position.
There's a conference coming up sometime in September in Johannesburg, South Africa, and one of the agendas there is having African governments and world governments asking for the total ban of trade in ivory. China is doing it partially. There is high demand for rhino horn in Vietnam. As KWS, are you welcoming this move?
Yes, we know we want to ask that people stop in trading completely, total ban in the trade of ivory and rhino horn. That is very significant and it is important because the way it has evolved in the last 26 years since 1989 when we did the last ban, we have seen it now evolve and become a cartel, an international cartel led, in fact, at the same league with the illegal trafficking of humans, drugs, firearms. So we know that it has gotten that level, which means that there are some people who are putting a lot of money to be able to continue engaging in this illicit trade. That is why, as KWS would like to join the rest of Kenyans in calling for a total ban, because then it means that if you get, or if you come and you poach a rhino and you get the horn, where are you going to take it? Because if the market does not exist, it means that we move a step closer to actually protecting these animals. Yes, we put a lot of effort in terms of increasing the number of rangers we have, increasing technology, using night vision equipment, ensuring that we have aircrafts, making sure that we are working with the internal security agencies, so that no longer is it an issue of KWS. It has been elevated. Wildlife crime has been elevated. So the police will catch you. Airports Authority, Customs, Ports Authority, everybody's on the alert. The communities themselves, because of the act that has empowered them so much, they are able to say, this is our resource and we're not going to allow anybody to come here and be able to touch. So besides all those efforts, we know that if the market did not exist, then it would be much better and would be dealing with the cases much more effectively.
Paul, before I let you go, since 2013, the numbers appear to have gone down. The last time I think we lost the highest number of rhinos was 25 in 2013. Things are looking up now. Apart from what you're calling structural improvements, technology, ABC&D, what else are you putting in place as KWS? You've been accused in the past of taking part in illegal poaching.
Yeah.
What have you done internally to make sure that this is stemmed once and for all?
Internally, in fact, we are one of the organizations that has been used for benchmarking in conservation all over the world. And yes, we know that we do have one or two cases, but the way we deal with it is openly, fairly, firmly, and timely, so that we make sure that any of our staff who ever get involved in poaching or in incidences of where they are trafficking, they are dealt with very firmly. And that is what has maintained the KWS at very high esteem, because we recruit right, we train right,